Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to North Hardin High School for today's softball action. Today's matchup has the 11 and 12 Meade County Green Wave coming to take on the 7 and 13 North Hardin Trojans. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools live Channel 1 programming, sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, Physical Therapy Associates, Blue Ribbon Renovations, Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, E-Town Exterminating, and West Point Bank. Lineups today for Meade County. It'll be Riley Webb who'll lead off, followed by Madeline Nevitt. Annabelle Knoop will hit third. Hitting cleanup will be Autumn Rogers. Hitting fifth will be Aubrey Hardisty. Hitting sixth is Callie Wiles. Seventh will be Riley Lancaster. Hitting eighth for the Green Wave will be Hannah English. And closing out the Meade County lineup, it'll be Gracie McCoy, hitting ninth. Defensively for the North Hardin Trojans, going around the outfield first, Gabby Childers will be in left field, Rachel Ritchie in center field, and T.K. Davis in right field. Around the infield, Emily Fife at third, Sydney Atkinson at shortstop, Carly Atkinson at second base, Tiffany Kelly at first. And the boundary today for the North Hardin Trojans, Riley Crank will be behind the dish, and in the circle will be Lillian Jones. This will just be the third appearance of the season for Jones in a pitching position. For Meade County, their next ball game will be Thursday as they will travel to Hancock County. And for North Hardin, their next game will be tomorrow right back here as they will host North Hardin Classical. Riley Webb comes to the plate to lead off the game for the Green Wave. She's hitting .493 coming into today's ball game with 12 home runs on the year. Earlier this season, she had a 4-home run ball game. Wind blowing straight out. That pitch outside. Oh, sorry, called strike. Oh, and 1 the count. Swings that one, fouls it out of play, 0-2. .83 degrees our starting temperature today. On outside, 1-2 now the count. Swing and a miss, strike 3 for the first out of the inning. That'll bring us to the third baseman, Madeline Nevitt. She comes in hitting .391 on the season with 8 home runs. One inside, 1-0 the count. Jones waits for the signal from the bench. Now is ready. Swing and a miss, 1-1 the count. We're back on the air tomorrow night. 6 o'clock start time tomorrow as Ballard will come to take on the Central Hardin Bruins in softball action. This one hit towards third. Fife gets it across the infield to Kelly. 2 up, 2 down on the 5-3 putout. That's going to bring up the catcher for the Green Wave, Annabelle Knoop. Now to the plate, hitting .339 on the season. This will be hit up the middle in the center field. A single for Knoop. So with 2 outs and a runner at first, that'll bring us to our designated player, Autumn Rogers. We're going to have a courtesy runner for Knoop. And pitchers and catchers get courtesy runners. Sorry, I didn't catch her number as she was going across the infield. I think it's Aaliyah Banks at first. Rogers at the plate. That one in the dirt, 1-0. That one stays outside, 2-0 now the count. That one slow roller down the third base line. It'll go foul. 2-1 now the count. Oh, and the runner left early at first. So she is out for the third out. There were no runs on one hit, no runners left on base as we head to the bottom of the first inning. 0-0. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs. Physical Therapy Associates, more personal attention for more effective results. Blue Ribbon Renovations, offering 0% interest and no payments for 12 months on most home improvement projects. Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, a family-owned business with competitive prices, pickup service, and a friendly staff. E-Town Exterminating is a locally owned family-run pest control company that's been serving the surrounding area since 1976. And West Point Bank, let us help make life simpler. Hometown banking made simple. The lineup today for the Trojans. Leading off will be Sydney Atkinson. She'll be followed up by Rachel Ritchie. Emily Fife will hit third, and hitting cleanup will be T.K. Davis. Hitting fifth is Tiffany Kelly. Hitting sixth, Carly Atkinson. Hitting seventh will be the catcher Riley Crank. Hitting eighth, Lillian Jones. And rounding out the Trojan lineup will be Landry Howard. Defensively for Meade County today in the outfield, Riley Webb will be in left field. Danica Love is in center. Gracie McCoy at right field. Around the infield, Madeline Nevitt will be at third. Aubrey Hardesty at shortstop. Riley Lancaster at second base. Hannah English at first. And the battery today for the Green Wave, Annabelle Knoop will be behind the dish. And Callie Wells in the circle. Wells 7-7 on the season, 4.22 ERA. She's pitched 84 2/3 innings, has 68 strikeouts and 54 walks. So Sydney Atkinson comes to the plate for the Trojans. Comes in hitting .345 on the season. First pitch was up, 1-0 the count. That one high as well, 2-0 now the count. That one fouled straight back, 2-1. Two and one the count. Swing and a miss on that. That evens it up at 2-2. one fouled straight back. Stays alive. Count will remain 2 balls and 2 strikes. Three and 2 now the count. That one was high and away. Hits this one towards third. Nevitt with it across to English. First out of the inning. That's going to bring up the center fielder, Rachel Ritchie. Ritchie comes into today's ball game hitting .290 on the season. Bunted it right back to Wiles. She spins, throws over in time. Lancaster covering there. And that'll bring up Emily Fife, the third baseman for the Trojans. She comes in hitting .400 on the season. That one high, 1-0. Five fouls that one straight back. Count evens up at 1 ball, 1 strike. Tasted that one out of the zone. 1 and 2 now the count. That one away, 2 and 2. I don't know if he fouled straight back. Count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. This will be hit out towards center field. Coming in on his Love. Reach up, makes the catch. So 1, 2, 3 inning here as well. No runs, no hits, no errors, no runners left on base. So we head to the top of the second inning. Our score is 0-0. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, Physical Therapy Associates, Blue Ribbon Renovations, Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, E-Town Exterminating, and West Point Bank. I'd also like to thank NFHS, the National Federation of High School Sports, and its support in providing live streaming service. Contact NFHS.com to subscribe today. For the top of the second inning, it'll be 4, 5, 6 in the lineup for the Green Wave. Autumn Rogers, Aubrey Hardesty, and Callie Wiles. Jones remains in the circle for the Trojans. And Rogers came to bat in the top of the first inning, but the courtesy runner for Newt left early. Was called out for the third out of the inning. That one outside, 1-0 the count. Rogers comes into today's ball game hitting .256 on the season. Swing and a miss on that one. 1-1 now the count. That's in there for a strike. 1-2. Like Jones took a little off that pitch. That one bounces a couple times before it gets to home plate. 2-2 now the count. That one low and inside as well. 3-2. That one chops foul. Count will remain 3 balls and 2 strikes. That one fouled off as well. Count remains 3 balls and 2 strikes. That one outside, and Rogers works the walk. That's going to bring up the shortstop, Aubrey Hardisty. Hardisty came into today's ball game hitting .250 on the season. I went in there for a strike. 0-1 the count. Swing and a miss at that one. 0-2 now. Getting Rogers at first. This one back up the middle. It's going to be a base hit. Ritchie will get to it. Rogers will stop at second. So no outs. Runners at first and second for the Green Wave. That's going to bring up the pitcher, Callie Wiles. Wiles coming into today's ball game hitting .236 on the year. That one hit down the first base line, slices foul. 0-1 the count. Jones has gotten ahead of each hitter here in the top of the second inning. That one goes outside. And Jones gets a signal from the dugout before she makes the pitch. 1-1 our count. As we back up the middle, diving. Atkinson not going to get it. Rogers rounds third, heading for home. They're going to send Hardesty as well. Safe, and it's a 2-run double for pitcher Callie Wiles. So with no outs, that's going to bring up the second baseman, Riley Lancaster. Lancaster coming into today's ball game, hitting .219. Wiles does get a courtesy runner out at second. That one over to Carly Atkinson. She'll turn and get it over to Kelly. That's going to advance the runner up to third with the first out of the inning. It's now going to bring us to the first baseman, Hannah English, for the Green Wave. English coming into today's ball game hitting .191. That one low. Kennedy Ledford is the courtesy runner at third for Meade County. That one in there for a strike. 1-1 now the count. That one too high. 2-1 now the count. Swing and a miss. 2-2 now the count. Again, just one out here, top of the second inning. 2 runs are already in for Meade County. Ledford stands at third. That one will go high and away. 3-2 now the count. Low and inside. English gets the walk. So do we runners at the corners as Grayson McCoy comes to the plate for the Green Wave. McCoy under limited bounce this year, hitting .379. She attempted at that. English does scamper down to second. 0-1 the count. 5 cheats in from third. Kelly a few steps in front of first base. Swings at that one. 0-2 now the count. Oh, and 2 the count. Swings at this one slowly at 5. She'll pick it up, gets it to Kelly. Coming home was Wiles. Oh, they called it safe at second. Now throw down. And they get out McCoy. So McCoy ends up with the RBI. They called her safe, so it's an RBI single, and she gets thrown out at second. Ledford comes in to score. And English moves up to third. So we go back to the top of the order for the Green Wave. Riley Webb 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout. That one well outside. That one fouled off. 1-1 now the count. It's going to be hit towards a field right over. Great catch by Sydney Atkinson for the third out of the inning. But there were 3 runs on 3 hits. 1 runner left on base and no North Hardin errors. So we head to the bottom of the second inning. Meade County on top 3-0 over North Hardin. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs. Physical Therapy Associates, more personal attention for more effective results. With locations in Elizabethtown, Hodgenville, Radcliffe, and South Louisville. Blue Ribbon Renovations, offering 0% interest and no payments for 12 months on windows, doors, fences, roofs, decks, siding, and much, much more. Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, a family-owned business with competitive prices, pickup service, and a friendly staff available for all your recycling needs. Located in Elizabethtown on 31W, just south of Exit 191 off of Interstate 65. E-Town Exterminating is a locally owned family-run pest control company. It's been serving Hardin, Meade, Grayson, and Nelson counties and the surrounding areas of Kentucky since 1976. Whatever your pest control issues are, their team has the knowledge, skill, and training to safely and effectively eliminate the problem. And West Point Bank, with offices in Elizabethtown, Radcliffe, Upton, Glendale, and West Point, let us help make life simpler. Hometown banking made simple. It'll be 4, 5, 6 in the Trojan lineup. TK Davis, Tiffany Kelly, and Carly Atkinson. Davis comes into today's ball game hitting .300 on the season. And Callie Wiles will still be in the circle for the Green Wave. Attempted bunt it down. 0-1. Oh and 1 the count. That one called for a strike. Oh and 2 now the count. Strike 3. That's going to bring up the first baseman, Tiffany Kelly, now to the plate. She's hitting .310 on the season. Swing through that one. 0-1 the count. And we hit out towards the second baseman, Lancaster there. Quickly up and over for the second out of the inning. And that's going to bring us to the second baseman for the Trojans, Carly Atkinson. One's in there for a strike. 0-1 the count. That one goes high. 2-0. Sorry, 1-1 now the count. One a little up and away. 2-1 the count. As Carly Atkinson steps back in. She came into today's ball game hitting .351 on the season. That one down the third base line. Slices foul. That'll even the count up at 2-2. This is going to be popped up. Coming in on it is Love. She'll make the catch. And it's another 1-2-3 inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, no runners left on base. As we head to the top of the third inning, Meade County remains on top 3-0 over North Hardin. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, Physical Therapy Associates, Blue Ribbon Renovations, Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, E-Town Exterminating, and West Point Bank. Head into the top of the third inning. It'll be 2-3-4 in the Green Wave lineup. Madeline Nevitt, Annabelle Knoop, and Autumn Rogers. Nevitt comes to the plate 0-1 on the evening. She grounded out to the third baseman in her only at bat. Swing and miss at that one. 0-1 the count. That one fouled off. Jones ahead 0-2 in the count. Fouled off over near the Meade County bench. Popped up on the infield. Carly Atkinson makes the catch. And that's going to bring up the catcher, Annabelle Knoop. Knoop 1 for 1 on the day. She had a single her first at bat. She's hitting .339 on the year. That one down low, 1-0. For Meade County, again, 11-12 overall on the season. They're 4-2 in third region play, and they're 3-0 in 11th district play. That one fouled on the third base line. Evens the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. Hit out. Sydney Atkinson with it. Long throw across. Not going to be able to get to it. So Noop with her second single of the day. And so they'll send Leah Banks out to be the courtesy runner for Noop. Banks last time she was at first base left before the pitch crossed the home plate. Was called out on it. It's going to bring up the designated hit player, Autumn Rogers. Rogers hits this one out to Carly Atkinson. Knocks it down, does a good job. Make sure she gets the out at first. It does advance Banks to second base, so she's now in scoring position, but there's 2 outs. So we head to the shortstop, Aubrey Hardesty. Hardesty 1 for 1 on the day. She has a single and a run scored. Hardesty came into tonight's ball game hitting .250 on the year. Jones been very good with a changeup on the outer half of the plate. That one in the dirt. Good job by Crank keeping it in front of her. 1-1 now the count. Swings at this one, fouls it off into the third base dugout. One and two the count. Swing and a miss. Second strikeout of the day for Jones. So we head to the bottom of the third inning. There were no runs on 1 hit, 1 runner left on base, and no North Hardin errors. Meade County still on top, 3-0. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools Live Channel 1 programming, sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs. Physical Therapy Associates, more personal attention for more effective results, online at physicaltherapyky.com. Blue Ribbon Renovations, offering 0% interest and no payments for 12 months on most home improvement projects. To explore your options, call 270-763-3186. Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, a family-owned business with competitive prices, pickup service, and a friendly staff. Call 270-982-7206 to talk to someone about scrapping metal and recycling. E-Town Exterminating is a locally owned, family-run pest control company that's been serving the surrounding area since 1976. Call 270-737-6900 or go online at mugabug.com. And West Point Bank, let us help make life simpler. Hometown banking made simple, online at westpointbank.com. It'll be 7, 8, and 9 in the bottom half of this third inning for the Trojans. Riley Crank, Lillian Jones, and Landry Howard. Riley Crank, the catcher for the Trojans, comes to the plate. She's hitting .303 on the season. And Callie Wiles remains in the circle for Meade County. That one high. 1-0. That'll be fouled off. 1-1 now the count. I'm fouled back as well. 1-2 the count. One and two now the count to Crank. That one will stay outside. That one high. 3-2 the count. And there's ball four. Crank is going to be the first base runner of the day for the Trojans. I believe we're going to have a courtesy runner for her as well. So it'll be 36. This Kiana Adelot. Coming to the plate will be the pitcher, Lillian Jones. Jones hitting .286 on the year. As the umpire gets everything squared away. No outs, runner at first. It's high. Snap throw, not in time. Had a lot back. 1-0 the count. Swing and a miss. Actually fouled that one off. Way out in front of that pitch. 1-1 the count. That one high, 2-1 now to Jones. Swings at that one. 2-2 now the count. Two swings and misses, both been on high fastballs. Strike three. So that's going to bring us to the designated player, Landry Howard, now to the plate. Howard hitting .222 on the year. Running on the pitch, that ball bunted foul. Everybody will go back. Tipped it that one. Throw down, good throw by Noop. Cuts her down. And they attempted stolen base. Noop got rid of it really quickly. Pitch was in there for strike. 1-1 now the count. And 2 outs. Swings at that one. 1-2 the count. For North Hardin, they are 7-13 on the season, 5-7 in 5th region play, 3-4 in 17th district play. Swing and a miss. So there were no runs on no hits, no runners left on base. Through 3 complete. Meade County on top 3-0 over North Hardin. Tune in weekly for all local HCEC-TV programs airing on Brandenburg Telecom and Comcast Cable Channel 2, Spectrum Communications Channel 184. You can always check out our past broadcasts on our YouTube channel. Just search HCEC-TV, subscribe to our channel, and get all your local community sports and events. Come back to the top of the 4th inning. It'll be 6, 7, 8 in the Green Wave lineup. Callie Wiles, Riley Lancaster, and Hannah English. Wiles 1 for 1 on the day. She had a 2 RBI double. Later came around to score. That one low, 1-0. That one in there for strike. Oh, ball 2-0. Well, he's consistent. It's in the other batter's box. He called it a strike last time. 2-1 now the count. That one right back to Jones. Quickly over to Kelly for the first out. And the 1-3 putout will bring up the second baseman, Riley Lancaster. Lancaster 0 for 1 on the day. She had a ground out in her only at bat. That one rolls in there, 1-0. Right back at Jones. She got a glove on it. Sydney Atkinson there, not going to be able to send it over in time. So it'll go down as a base hit for Lancaster. Back up the middle. That's going to bring up the first baseman, Hannah English. And it's 0 for 0 on the day, and she reached on a walk and then made it all the way around to third before being stranded there. This one hit foul down the third base line. Coach Skaggs stepped out of the way. So 0-1 as English steps back up. This one will be hit out towards Sydney Atkinson across to Carly Atkinson. Not going to be able to turn two, but they do get the lead runner. So English reaches on the fielder's choice, and that's going to bring us to the number 9 hitter, Gracie McCoy. McCoy had an RBI single and tried to stretch that single into a double and was thrown out at second base. That one well outside, 1-0. That one outside. English thought about going now. About halfway there, he's going to make the decision to go. And they missed the tag as English dives to the outside. Sydney Atkinson unable to get the tag on her. English lucky to be there. So now runner in scoring position, 2-0 the count as McCoy steps back in. That one outside, 3-0. That one goes outside. It'll be a 4-pitch walk issued to McCoy, and that'll send us to the top of the order for the Green Wave. Riley Webb now to the plate. She's 0 for 2 on the day with a strikeout and a fly out. That one high as well. Five consecutive balls pitched. That one a little too high as well, 2-0. That one 3-0 now, the count. Again, runners at first and second. There's ball 4, back-to-back 4-pitch walks. And so now English will be at third, McCoy at second, Webb at first. That brings us to the third baseman, Madeline Nevitt. Nevitt 0 for 2 on the day. She has a ground out and a fly out. Swing and a miss at that one. 0-1 the count. Surprised she swung at the first one. There were 8 straight balls thrown. She digs back in. 0-1 the count. Swing and a miss at that one. 0-2. That one ripped foul. Coach Skaggs just got out of the way of that one. Count remains no balls and 2 strikes. Change up. This one popped up on the infield. Or sorry, going to the outfield. Ritchie makes the catch. So with the bases loaded, Trojans able to keep them off the scoreboard. There were no runs on no hits, 3 runners left on base, and no North Hardin errors. We head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Our score, Meade County 3, North Hardin 0. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs. Physical Therapy Associates, more personal attention for more effective results. Blue Ribbon Renovations, offering 0% interest and no payments for 12 months on most home improvement projects. Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, a family-owned business with competitive prices, pickup service, and a friendly staff available for all your recycling needs. E-Town Exterminating is a locally owned family-run pest control company that's been serving the surrounding areas of Kentucky since 1976. And West Point Bank, let us help make life simpler. Hometown banking made simple. Due up in the bottom of the 4th inning, it'll be 1-2-3 in the Trojan lineup. Sydney Atkinson, Rachel Ritchie, and Emily Fife. It'll still be Callie Wiles in the circle for the Green Wave. As Sydney Atkinson comes to the plate. Sydney 0 for 1 on the day with a ground out. Swing and a miss on that one. 0-1 the count. That's in there for strike. 0-2 now the count. That one well outside. 1-2. Fouls that one straight back. Stays in there. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. Change up. That's me hit over the first baseman's head into the outfield for a single. First end of the day for the Trojans. And so now it'll come up. Rachel Ritchie to the plate. Rachel 0 for 1. A ground out. But this one right back to Wiles. And it's dropped at first. So the E1, it was a low throw over there. Sydney Atkinson able to make it all the way around to third. So with no outs, that's going to bring up Emily Fife, the third baseman for the Trojans, and the leading hitter coming in today's ball game. She was hitting 400, 0 for 1 on the day. They fly out to center field. Kind of expect Rachel Ritchie to go on this first pitch. This one right back to Wiles. Looks to third. Now they've got Atkinson in a rundown. Noop's going to chase her back. Nobody at third, so she'll get back to third. Ritchie is at second. And Ritchie really, I don't know why she was hanging around to see what was going on. She had to get to second base. So it's a fielder's choice for Fife. Ritchie at second and Atkinson at third. So with no outs, the base is loaded for the Trojans. That's going to bring up TK Davis. Davis 0 for 1 on the day. Infielders all in for Meade County. That one's in there for a strike. She swings at that one. 0-2 now the count. There's strike 3 for the first out of the inning. That's going to bring us to the first baseman, Tiffany Kelly. Kelly came into today's game hitting .310 on the year. She's 0 for 1 today with a ground out. Slow roller out towards second. Lancaster up with it and goes through the glove. 1 run is in. Rachel Ritchie now crosses. 2 runs are in. And so on the error, two runs come in. Just 1 out in the inning. So Sydney Atkinson crosses home plate. So does Rachel Ritchie. So Tiffany Kelly will be at first. And until this inning, there have been no errors on Meade County. In this inning alone, they've already got 2. It's cost them at least 1 run. So Fife ends up at third base, Kelly at second. That's going to bring up Carly Atkinson. She came into today's ball game hitting .351. 0 for 1 on the day with a fly out to the center fielder. That's in there for a strike. Meade County anticipating a bunt or slap by Atkinson. Nevin about halfway home already. That one down too low. 1-1 now the count. Again, just 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Trojans have put 2 across home plate. They've got 2 more runners in scoring position. That's going to be hit into left field. That's a clean signal. Fife gets in. And so Carly Atkinson rounds first and heads to second. It'll be an RBI single. And we're all tied at 3 apiece. So Tiffany Kelly will be at third. So we still have 2 runners in scoring position as Riley Crank comes to the plate. Crank 0 for 0. She reached on a walk, and her courtesy runner was thrown out at second on an attempted steal. That pitch in the dirt. Newt does a good job gathering it in. That one hit between first and second. Lancaster picks it up. She'll take the force out, but it's going to be an RBI by Crank. As the 4U is the second out of the inning. And now Carly Atkinson will be at third base as Lillian Jones comes to the plate. Jones 0 for 1 on the day. Came into today's ball game hitting .386. Swings at that one. That one high. 1-1 now the count. Popped up on the infield. Wiles will take it herself. But the Trojans send 8 to the plate. They get 4 runs on 2 hits. There was 1 runner left on base and 2 Meade County errors as we head to the top of the 5th inning. North Hardin now on top, 4-3 over Meade County. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, Physical Therapy Associates, Blue Ribbon Renovations, Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, E-Town Exterminating, and West Point Bank. Come back to the top of the 5th inning. It'll be 3-4-5 in the Green Wave lineup. Annabelle Newt, Autumn Rogers, and Aubrey Hardisty. Lillian Jones remains in the circle for the Trojans. Newt 2 for 2 on the day with a pair of singles. That one in the dirt. 1-0. No. That one in the dirt as well. 2-0 now the count. That one fouled off of Noop. 2-1 now the count. That one fouled off. That'll even the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. It's made out towards left field. Childers is back there. It's over her head. It lands at the base of the fence. And it'll be a stand-up double. Newt 3 for 3 on the day. They'll send out Aaliyah Banks as her courtesy runner. And that'll bring up Autumn Rogers, the designated player. Rogers 0 for 1 on the day. She did reach on a walk and has a run scored. Came into today's ball game hitting .256. This one back up the middle. That'll be a base hit. Coach Sky is going to send Banks around. Richie gets it back in and hold it to a single, but it'll be an RBI single for Rogers. We're all tied at 4 apiece. So with no outs and a runner at first, Aubrey Hardisty now to the plate. Hardisty 1 for 2 on the day with a single and a run scored. And Rogers has a pinch runner coming in. I believe it's 15. It's Kennedy Ledford. Hardesty steps to the plate. That one in the dirt, gets away. Ledford will take second on the wild pitch. This one back up the middle will be a base hit. Takes a big hop as it gets from the dirt to the grass. Throw into home. Not going to be in time. Back-to-back RBI singles by the Green Wave. And Meade County goes back on top 5-4 over the Trojans. 3 consecutive hits to lead off this 5th inning. That's going to bring up the pitcher, Callie Wiles. Wiles 1 for 2 on the day. A 2 RBI double and a run scored in the first. Swings, hits this one back up the middle, just under the glove of Sydney Atkinson. Hardesty wastes no time in going first to third. So with no outs, there'll be runners at the corners. Riley Lancaster now to the plate. Lancaster 1 for 2 on the day, with a single and a ground out. Now we'll have another courtesy runner. This time it will be Kaylin Ledford. She'll be running for Wiles. Jones toes the rubber. That one back up the middle. Atkinson, Carly Atkinson misses that one. So the E6 will score a run as Hardesty comes across the plate. So Ledford's at second base. Lancaster at first, still no outs. So we get to the first baseman, Hannah English. She's 0 for 1 on the day. She's reached both times, once on a walk, the other on a fielder's choice. Now Coach Blair will come to the mound. Even calls in the outfield. Get a reminder, for Meade County, they're back in action on Thursday night as they will hit the road and travel to Hancock County. For North Hardin, they'll be right back here tomorrow night as they will play North Hardin Classical. We at HCEC-TV will be back on the air tomorrow. It'll be a 6 o'clock start as Louisville Ballard comes to take on Central Hardin in softball action. So Jones will stay in the circle. Ledford at second base, Lancaster at first. We're going to have, it looks like a pinch hitter. Savannah Miller now to the plate for English. Swings at that one, hard hit. Gets past the shortstop. 1 run will come in. Lancaster rounds first, and hustling on the play is Miller. He gets in with a double. So 4 runs here in the 5th inning so far. There'll be runners at first and second. I believe English then re-enters back into that spot. She'll run as Gracie McCoy comes to the plate. McCoy 1 for 1 on the day with a single and a walk. Also has an RBI. That one outside. Emily Fife charges in from third. Fouls that one off. 1-1 now the count. Slaps that one foul. 1-2 now the count. This one will be hit. Jones gets it. Will get the first out at first. Keeps the runner at third. And that'll send us to the top of the order. Riley Webb. Webb 0 for 2 on the day with a strikeout and a flyout. She did reach on a walk. That one outside. Like I a little dumbfounded. That one would have hit a right-handed batter. But he has done it on both sides. Like if it's belt high and away, that was close to being a strike. 2-1 now the count. But like if it's belt high, a full ball outside the black, it is still a strike for this umpire. Three and one now the count. First at bat, she got Webb chasing on outside fastballs. Let's try that here. 3-1 now the count. That'll be ball 4. So the bases will be loaded. That's going to bring up the third baseman, Madeline Nevitt, now for the Green Wave. Nevitt 0 for 3 on the day. It's a ground out and 2 flyouts. Swing and a miss, 0-1. Fouls that one off, 0-2 now the count. Coach Cass comes down the line to talk to Nevitt. That one in the dirt. Crank keeps it in front of her. 1-2 now the count. That's a hard hit. Fife gets it. He's going to go home. Gets the force. Oh, yeah, gets the force out. The umpire forgot the bases were loaded. First calls are safe, but they will get the force out The 5-2 put out. English advances to third. Nevitt at second. Nevitt at first. Webb at second. So now the 10th batter of the inning, Annabelle Knoop. She's the one who started it off. Started off this inning with a double. Came around to score. Rips this one down the line. Hooks foul. 0-1 the count. Change up high, evens it up at 1-1. Knoop 3 for 3 on the day, 2 singles and a double. Fouls that one off. One and two the count. Knoop steps back in. Swing and a miss. All she has to do is pick up the ball and step on home plate. There she does. Gets the out. And so there were 10 batters sent to the plate. 4 runs on 5 hits. 3 runners left on base. And there was 1 North Hardin error as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Score, Meade County 7, North Hardin 4. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs. Physical Therapy Associates. More personal attention for more effective results online at physicaltherapyky.com. Blue Ribbon Renovations offering 0% interest and no payments for 12 months on most home improvement projects. To explore your options, call 270-763-3186. Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, a family-owned business with competitive prices, pickup service, and a friendly staff. Call 270-982-7206 to talk to someone about scrapping metal and recycling. Uniontown Exterminating is a locally owned family-run pest control company that's been serving the surrounding areas since 1976. Call 270-737-6900 or go online at mugabug.com. And West Point Bank, let us help make life simpler. Hometown banking made simple online at westpointbank.com. For North Hardin in the bottom of the 5th inning, it'll be 9-1-2 in the Trojan lineup. Landry Howard, Sydney Atkinson, and Rachel Ritchie. And Callie Wiles will stay in the circle for Meade County. Bunt attempt down the third baseline. They're going to let that roll foul. Oh and 1 the count. Bunt again, this one towards the third baseline. It goes foul again. 0-2 now the count. Coming high and away. 1-2 the count. This one hit towards the shortstop. Hardesty up with it across the infield in time. 6-3 put out the first out of the inning. That's going to send us back to the top of the order for the Trojans. Sydney Atkinson now to the plate. Atkinson 1 for 2 on the day with a single and a run scored. That one in the dirt, 1-0. That one for a strike, 1-1 now the count. This one hit out towards Hardesty again. Atkinson down the line. Actually, as she crosses first base, the ball hits her in the ankle. So that'll go down as an infield single. Might have to walk this one out. That'll bring center fielder Rachel Ritchie to the plate. Ritchie 0 for 2 on the day. She did reach on an error and came around to score. Noop goes out to talk to Wiles. So everybody's ready. Ritchie digs in. Bunt down the third base line. It stays foul. Oh, 1 the count. Bunts again towards third. Nevitt with it. Gets it to Lancaster. So it'll go down as a sacrifice as Atkinson advances to second. That's going to bring up the third baseman, Emily Fife. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Runner at second. Fife 0 for 2 on the day with a fly out. She did reach on a fielder's choice and came in to score. We've lost the left fielder. Actually, a ball came over from the bullpen. This one actually going to be picked up in foul territory. The ball went off the plate and just basically died right in front of the plate. Nope picks it up in foul territory, so it is a foul. 0-1 the count. This will be hit right back up this middle. Single. Atkinson rounds third, and she'll score the 5th Trojan run of the day. So it's an RBI single for Emily Fife. So a runner at first base. So we're going to have a pinch hitter for Davis. Merriweather now to the plate. That one catches the outside corner. Adriana Merriweather. Owen won the count. That one's flat down the third base line. It'll stay foul. That one fouled down third as well. Coach Blair back-to-back pickups. Count remains no balls and 2 strikes. Fife at first base. Swung. Strike number 3. So in the bottom of the 5th inning, there was 1 run on 1 hit. On 2 hits. 1 runner left on base and no Meade County errors. Through 5 complete, our score, Meade County 7, North Hardin 5. Back right for the top of the 6th inning. So we head into the top of the 6th inning. We do have a pitching change for the Trojans. Ashley Lyric now in the circle for the Trojans. It'll be 4, 5, 6 in the Meade County lineup. Autumn Rogers, Aubrey Hardesty, and Callie Wiles. I don't think there's any other changes. For Lyric on the year, 2-1, has a 7.93 ERA. She's thrown 15 innings, 16 strikeouts, 21 walks. Rogers comes to the plate. She's 1 for 2 on the day with an RBI single. She also reached on a walk, has 2 runs scored. First pitch fouled off. 0-1 the count. This one hit back up the middle. Carly Atkinson with the line drive catch. The first out of the inning. That'll bring us to Aubrey Hardesty. Hardesty 2 for 3 on the day with a pair of singles, an RBI, and 2 runs scored. That one down low. 1-0 the count. That one high and away, 2-0. That one fouled straight back. 2-1 now the count. That's when we hit out towards Sydney Atkinson across the diamond in time. Second out of the inning. That's going to bring us to the pitcher, Callie Wiles, for Meade County. That one misses on the inside. 1-0 the count. That one sails away. 2-0 now the count. Swing. Foul tips that one. And hit out to right field. Over the right head, Jones and Wiles will go in with a stand-up double. So 2 outs, runner at second base. That'll bring us to Riley Lancaster. Lancaster is 1 for 3 on the day. This single, she also reached on an error. The courtesy runner for Wiles. Kaylin Ledford. That one fouled straight back. Oh, and 1 the count. Changeup catches the outside corner. 0-2 now the count. That one fouled straight back. Count remains no balls and 2 strikes. One and two now the count. As we head out towards center field, Ritchie ranging over. This one off the top of the fence. 1 run is in. Lancaster rounds and she'll slide into second. An RBI double. That's going to bring us to Hannah English, the first baseman. English was 1 for 2. She was pinch hit for. Actually, she was 0 for 1. She reached on a fielder's choice and a walk. She was pinch hit for last time by Savannah Miller, who had an RBI single. And with that wild pitch, Lancaster advances up to third. This one popped up on the infield. Carly Atkinson makes the final catch. But there was 1 run on 2 hits and no North Hardin errors. 1 runner left on base as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Meade County on top, 8-5 over North Hardin. Tiffany Kelly grounds back to the pitcher, Wiles, for the first out of the bottom of the 6th inning. That'll bring up Carly Atkinson. She's 1 for 2 on the day with an RBI single. That one fouled off. 0-1, or sorry, 1-1 now the count. That one catches the bottom part of the zone. 1-2 the count. That one well outside, evens it up at 2-2. So we head into the outfield. Webb there, able to make the catch for the second out of the inning. That'll bring it to the catcher, Riley Crank. Crank 0 for 1 on the day. She reached on a walk and then had an RBI ground up. Excuse me. That one goes away, 1-0. That one goes high. 2-0 now the count. Fouls that one off over the first base dugout. 2-1 now the count. That one low and inside. 3-1 now the count. So hit down the first base line. Able to get to it is Lancaster, but unable to get it out of her glove. An infield hit for Crank. And that's going to bring up Lillian Jones. Jones 0 for 2 on the day. At a lot at first base, the courtesy runner for Crank. It's in there for a strike. 0-1 now the count. Swing and a miss. Snap throw down. At a lot back. Oh, 0-2 the count as Jones steps back in. That one, roller, Wiles up with it. Over to English for the third out. There were no runs on one hit, one runner left on base, and no Meade County errors. As we head to the top of the seventh inning, Meade County on top, 8-5 over North Hardin. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs. Physical Therapy Associates, with more personal attention for more effective results, with locations in Elizabethtown, Hodgenville, Radcliffe, and South Louisville. Blue Ribbon Renovations, offering 0% interest and no payments for 12 months on windows, doors, fences, roofs, decks, siding, and much, much more. Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, a family-owned business with competitive prices, pickup service, and a friendly staff. Located in Elizabethtown on 31W, just south of Exit 91 off Interstate 65. E-Town Exterminating is a locally owned family-run pest control company. It's been serving the surrounding areas since 1976. Whatever your pest control issues are, termites, spiders, crickets, general pests, even moles, their team has the knowledge, skill, and training to safely and effectively eliminate the problem. In West Point Bank, with 5 offices located in Elizabethtown, Radcliffe, Upton, Glendale, and West Point. Let us help make life simpler. Hometown banking made simple. So we come back for the top of the 7th inning. For the Green Wave, it'll be 9-1-2 in their order. Gracie McCoy, Riley Webb, and Madeline Nevitt. Ashley Larrett still in the circle for the Trojans. That pitch is low. 1-0 the count. one down as well. 2-0 now the count. Three and 0 now the count. Swings through that one. 3-1. One hit out toward the second baseman. Carly Atkinson flips it to Kelly. 4-3 put out will send us back to the top of the order. Riley Webb to the plate. Webb 0 for 2 on the day. Struck out and flew out. She then reached on back-to-back walks. That one in there for a strike. That one fouled back. 0-2 now the count. Webb digs back in. That one away. 2-2. Wind is starting to pick back up. Again, the wind blowing straight out to center field. Probably the hardest it's blown all day right now. Stays alive. She fouls that one straight back. That changeup goes high. Runs the count full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. That one hit hard, center field. Ritchie moves over, camps under it, right at the track, and makes the catch for the second out of the inning. That'll bring up Madeline Nevitt. Nevitt 0 for 4 on the day. Ground out a couple of pop outs. She did reach on a fielder's choice. One ball high, 2-0 now the count. This one hit high in the air. Ritchie runs in, bounces out of her glove. And Nevitt will be safe at first on the air. So with 2 outs, we'll get to the catcher, Annabelle Knoop. Knoop 3 for 4 on the day with a pair of singles, a double, and a run scored. We're going to have a pinch runner for Nevitt. That'll be Banks that comes in. That one bounces away from Crank, and Banks will move up to second. That one a little low outside. 2-0 now the count. Swing and a miss. 2-1 now the count. That one inside. Now the count runs to 3-1. Swing and a miss. 3-2 now the count. That'll be ball 4. If he gets away from Crank, Banks will move up to third. So it'll be runners at the corners with 2 outs. That'll bring us to Autumn Rogers. Rogers 1 for 3 on the day. Did also reach on a walk as a single. 2 runs scored and an RBI. Different courtesy runner for Noop this time. Number 33. Wow. I'm going to call her KDK. Kwiatkowski. I apologize. I probably messed that up. This coach Bailey Blair comes to the circle, talking over the defensive strategy with runners at the corners. And a reminder, Meade County back in action on Thursday night as they will travel to Hancock County. For the Trojans, they are right back in action tomorrow night as they will host North Hardin Classical. For us here at HCEC-TV, tomorrow night we will be at Central Hardin High School as the Bruins will host the Ballard Bruins. 6 o'clock is first pitch time. Two outs, runners at the corners. That one low. Crank keeps it in front of her. That one in the dirt as well. 2-0 now the count. That one fouled straight back. 2-1 the count. That one fouled back. Evens the count at 2-2. That'll be hit out towards Sydney Atkinson. Scoops up across the infield in time. And so the error not coming back to haunt the Trojans. There were no runs on no hits. 2 runners left on base and 1 North Hardin error as we head to the bottom of the 7th. The Trojans are going to need to put 3 across the board to continue the ball game. Meade County leads 8-5. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools Live Channel 1 programming, sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, Physical Therapy Associates, Blue Ribbon Renovations, Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, E-Town Exterminating, and West Point Bank. Tune in weekly for all local HCEC-TV programs airing on Brandenburg Telecom, Comcast Cable Channel 2, Spectrum Communications Channel 184. And you can always search our past broadcasts on our YouTube channel. Just search HCEC-TV, subscribe to our channel, and get all your local community sports and events. Due up in the bottom of the 7th inning, it'll be 9-1-2 in the Trojan lineup. Okay, the Wilds will remain in the circle for the Green Wave. Scoring recap. Meade County started the scoring in the 2nd inning when they put 3 across the board. Then it was North Hardin to take a 4-3 lead in the bottom of the 4th inning when they sent 4 across. Meade County came right back and put 4 of their own back across the board in the top of the 5th inning. North Hardin answered with 1 run in the bottom of the 5th, and then in the top of the 6th, Meade County with another run to get us to our 8-5 score. Landry Howard at the plate. Attempted at that bunt, fouls it back. Howard 0 for 2 on the day with a strikeout and a ground out. 1-1 the count. Swinging through that one. 1-2 now the count. That one low. 2-2 now the count to Howard. That one high and inside. Runs the count full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. There's strike 3. That'll send us to the top of the order. Sydney Atkinson to the plate. 2 for 3 on the day with a pair of singles and 2 runs scored. That one fouled over. Spectators there on the right side. 0-1 the count. Some hit back towards center field. Drifting back on it is Love. She makes the catch for the second out of the inning. At North Hardin down to their last out. Rachel Ritchie comes to the plate. Ritchie 0 for 3 on the day. 0 for 2 on the day. She was able to reach on an error and come around to score. Last at bat, she sacrificed to get Atkinson in scoring position. That one high, 1-0. That one back up. Shortstop, hard to see across in time. And that will do it. Meade County victorious 8-5 over the North Hardin Trojans. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs. Physical Therapy Associates. More personal attention for more effective results. Blue Ribbon Renovations, offering 0% interest and no payments for 12 months on most home improvement projects. Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, a family-owned business with competitive prices, pickup service, and a friendly staff. E-Town Exterminating is a locally owned, family-run pest control company that's been serving the surrounding areas of Kentucky since 1976. And West Point Bank, let us help make life simpler. Hometown banking made simple. For the Green Wave, they improved to 12-12 on the season, while the Trojans fall to 7-14. A reminder, we're back on the air tomorrow night at 6 o'clock as Ballard Bruins will take on the Central Hardin Bruins in softball action. For all of our workers here at HCEC-TV, I am Bobby Thompson saying so long and good night.